the Kultcha.
Podcast.
The Kultcha.
Podcast.
You know, it's still
Wake
a drop.
your punk ass up. Wake up.
You know what I mean? It's still a drop. It's still a drop. It's still a drop. You don't have to say podcast.
Huh?
You don't have to say podcast.
I want to say podcast because we got a series.
Being funny.
I know that. No doubt. It'd be funny.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, what up? It's your boy Alley Cat,
And I'm the infamous twin
and you are now watching the Kultcha.
podcast.
This is what we do,
Yes.
how we do. You know what I mean? The topic of the discussion today is what's the difference between snitching and telling? You know what I mean?
Tattletelling. I think they called it back in the days. Tattletelling.
I mean, I think it's all the same. One's an adjective,
Yeah.
one's a verb.
Definitely,
You know what I mean?
definitely.
You know, snitching is a verb. It's how do you say to define it is that you're informing on somebody.
Oh yes.
You know?
Yes.
And the highest form of informing on somebody is taking a stand.
Yep.
Telling is an adjective.
Definitely.
And I have the definition here because you know sometimes going off the top of my head, I
There
don't
we
want
go.
to mislead
Let's get the
nobody.
people right.
You know what I mean?
Let's
I
get
want
the
to get
people
I want
right.
to give it to you right. Telling having a striking or revealing effect. So telling you leaving a striking, revealing effect. That's still like snitching. And when you affect somebody's home, families, because you know, and I'm talking about snitching and telling within doing crimes. A lot of y'all do crimes and don't even know how much time comes behind it, but you want to be cool. You want to be, you know, how would you say, you want to be part of the in crowd.
Yes,
So now
no
being
doubt.
part of the in crowd, I want to give you a definition and let you understand that snitching and telling is the same. Because I watched something on the internet and these two popular men that are supposed to be street dudes said that, you know, they would tell on somebody if they got caught up in something. And maybe I didn't watch the whole episode because the shit fucking disgusted me. You know, what's going on today with what's going on with Tekashi 6ix9ine and everybody, he's fucking ratting. Okay, we understand that. But then you got people that saying, oh, listen, if we got pulled over and it's four of us in a car and homeboy don't claim the gun. First of all, if homeboy don't claim the gun, then he didn't know his place with you in society. Because in the game, everybody has a place. If I'm the money maker within the business, I'm supposed to stick to making the money. Do you agree?
Yeah. Which one is related more to the civilian for you?
There's no civilians.
I'm
when
saying if you're in the car, you're a regular civilian.
then you shouldn't have been
You
in
ain't
that car.
snitching. Is you telling though?
But you shouldn't have been in that car.
I mean, sometimes you do get in cars and you don't know
Well,
what
then
that person
well,
have on them.
Well, then that person ain't a stand-up person if they're not gonna say, hey, listen, that's mine, don't worry about it. See, everybody has to know their place. Like even with these cell phones, you little motherfuckers pick up a phone, and I'm talking about little girls and boys. And that's a form of snitching as well. And actually, I don't even think that shit is cool because y'all watch a fight and watch somebody get stabbed up and think that shit is fucking funny and then his fucking parents lose everything. You know, this is reality. Let's have a reality check with this shit. It's going too far. This shit here, cameras and all that, yeah, I mean, that's another form of telling and snitching. You know? And if you want to tell, stand all the way with it and tell. Don't go halfway with it. So when you videotape this and you showing this kid, why don't you help him? Not just videotape, but why don't you help him? Why you didn't call 911? So now the whole breakdown of this episode, I want to define this shit of snitching and telling. All right? And I gave you the definition. Now let's go and elaborate some more.
Yes, SNT, snitching and telling. So what do you think about the snitching game? I mean, seeming like it's at an all-time high. And I agree. I mean, it seems
is.
like, I don't know if it's due to phones, internet access, the World Web at far. I don't know what it's about, but a lot of people is snitching nowadays. And I don't go too much into telling. It's hardcore snitching.
Well, it's the same.
Yeah, it's the
It
same,
leaves
right?
it- it leaves
I
it
don't
effect.
say telling no more. It's hardcore snitching,
yeah.
unadulterated
Unadulterated,
snitching.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like there's no empathy, there's no sympathy, there's no
None of
nothing.
it.
Even the guy you was rolling with, he got family maybe, he got a wife, or you know the woman got a husband and kids, and you just snitching at all time, like you never met the person, like you never saw the person, you never agreed to this, you never signed up for this.
And that's
Yeah.
what I want y'all to understand. Prime example, everybody's talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Hot topic.
Everybody says they knew he wasn't built for what was gonna happen or what could happen. So knowing that, they should have kept him in a certain place. You know, that's how we was raised. You had to know your place. And his place in society was to be an artist.
I agree with that.
They should have continued letting him be an artist and leave all the bullshit away from him.
The reason why I agree with that, because when we was younger, if you did wanted to get into that type of money game, you know, the older dudes would be like, nah, continue playing ball. or here's something, go get an education, because they knew the person probably wasn't built like that, right? So they exclude them out. Nowadays, it seems like they use them to even help their own agenda, to further their own agenda, maybe as a gang or a group or so forth or so on.
But when you use him to further, like him, you used him to further your own agenda, but what happened? 30 years, 15 years, the agenda is over now.
It almost,
the money didn't last forever.
It almost seemed like the snitch took down the whole organization.
2 years of balling got you 25.
That's powerful,
How long is hot?
Yeah, how long he been hot? He been hot at least a year and a half?
Year and a half, 2 years.
It took down an organization that been up for years.
Let's not even say there was an organization.
Because I don't know all the ins and outs of it, so.
Let's say that he took down, he stopped his money. He stopped his livelihood.
Yeah.
He stopped their livelihood and their careers, or whatever they was doing.
Yes.
We starting to get this shit mixed up.
It's starting to be a gray area.
It was never supposed to be a gray area. Growing up, my grandmother even said, "Bad boys move in silence." This shit here, it's no morals no more. It's no principles.
You're not even gonna take that chance no more, right?
It's not even a code no more.
Man, 9 to 5 ain't looking bad. I'll tell you that much.
And what's the sad part? You got other dudes that'll be like, well, he ain't tell on me, so they'll accept him back in. But the whole thing of it all is he didn't tell on you yet. She didn't tell on you yet. See, it's like I said.
Do you think getting the bag is superseding snitching now? Guys don't mind getting mixed up with different other caliber guys because the bag is there for them?
Well, you gotta know, that's why I said.
You think the bag is clouding their judgment?
Well, I'm a reference, everybody wanna be a king. Everybody wanna be a general. I mean, I can break it down in so many different ways, but nobody's a soldier.
Hot seat.
Yeah,
hot seat.
Definitely. I said it in the hot seat.
Hot seat.
So, being a soldier, you have to know how to follow. Great soldiers become great leaders at some times, because great leaders was soldiers. So you have to follow, be a great follower to be a great leader, and then you understand.
And with him saying that, following, we some soldiers. So this is YouTube, the YouTube world. Right below us, if you look, that's the subscribe button. Right next to it is the notification button. Please hit the subscribe and the notification button. So when these videos pop up, you'll know and you'll get to see it right away. But back to the topic.
So now within saying that, if, say I'm driving,
right.
I'm riding in a car, right? Or I'm being driven and I'm the celebrity, right? And we get pulled over and they find a gun in the car. Automatically, it's somebody in that car that's supposed to take that gun. No questions asked, because he knows his place in the organization.
Right.
In my business.
Right.
Point blank, bottom line.
No doubt. Now let's take it deeper as far as the system working with snitches, wanting people to snitch.
And that's even more crazy.
Yeah, that's
because they saying, okay, all right, yeah, you might have killed 4 or 5 people, individuals,
but you can walk
you can walk. Or you might have known about the murder, or you might even sanction them, and you can walk. And you know what the sad part is?
What's that?
We as colored folks get it the worst.
Of course.
Sammy the Bull, mafioso, Gambino crime family, whatever it is, fucking rat. Witness protection program, came back and sold ecstasy. Had an ecstasy drug ring going on in Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix.
Listen to this shit. I always get sirens when I talk about some real shit. This is fucking serious. So now, Phoenix, Arizona, they arrest him again. It's like, wow. But he was under witness protection program. Y'all had the news. So the fucking federal government, I don't even understand that. Because now you're telling me I can snitch, come back to the streets, and start all over again.
Yes.
And then what? And if I snitch again, you gonna hide me again?
Yes.
Because we ain't hear nothing about Sammy the Bull again. And I'm quite sure they didn't make him disappear like that.
And my thing, where's the resources for the system, right? Where they don't have to have people start snitching to take down an organization. Where's the resources, right? Because, the government system, whether it's the FBI, to see whatever it is. They're supposed to be getting in these communities and working with people instead of using people as pawns in their own groups to work to take down an organization.
They do work with the communities. They work to destroy the community. I was just reading something, and I'm still going to further the facts on it.
Right.
But in 1970, a school in South Jamaica, Queens, called Andrew Jackson High School, in 1970, they had a heroin lab in the basement. And that school, during the segregation period and times, and they were segregating kids, that school was predominantly black and Hispanic, right? Now we push it up, and this is not to, I want to go back to the topic of snitching and telling, but this is just to show you that they do have a force of bringing drugs in. We don't own poppy feeders. We do not grow we don't grow heroin. We don't transport it. We don't run the ports.
Yeah.
We don't have none of that. So they know what they can do and what they won't do.
Yeah.
It's always an informant in any community.
I know that.
Let's not get it twisted. The community watch. Ring. Now they have this thing now on the cameras now. It's called neighborhood watch. They want you to do to set up. So it's always somebody that's informed. The police, when they police, 90% of their job is somebody telling. 90% of their job.
It seems like that's how they solve their cases.
That's how
Yeah, that's how they get to
If somebody don't inform,
Yeah.
I apologize. If somebody don't inform, they don't have work
They
to do.
had to have some intel.
So they need intel.
Yeah, they need
That's with
intel.
anything you do. Even with when you go to war, and you see the wars that America wins, they have intel.
Yes. Yes.
That's an informant.
To gain an advantage.
Yeah, no matter what it is, a
gain an
drone or
advantage.
what it is, that's
Yeah.
information. That's being informed to them to what to do.
Right.
So now, information they're gonna get. It's how it's given to them.
Yes.
You know?
And that's the thing. If you got stuff that's wiretapped, or you actually listen to conversations, it's kind of like they could stop the crimes before it happens because they're hearing it. So if any innocent bystanders get hurt or any other artists intend to get hurt in the mix, you'd think they could stop it before it actually happens. But they build a case.
But it seems like they don't. It seems like they don't care. The reason why they don't care is because they don't. It's like, okay, I could get a bigger case against them.
Oh, okay.
Let me let them commit the murder, and I could get a bigger case against them.
And the murder's already happening. People
And then
are dying.
And then now I could give him 100 years or whatever the case may be. They can give you the time. But is that right?
No,
is that morally right?
I mean, nah, it's not morally right because a lot of destruction is happening, in that process before they get to prosecute the main person or the corporate or the main group that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of families is getting broken. There's a lot of more broken homes. So I think even though the tactic is effective, right? I think we could be more effective, as far as, in the government system or, the government that's working against us to approach it differently and maybe reverse it, you know what I'm saying? And catch these people more earlier than later. You know what I'm saying? But
well, they said they have a 98.9% arrest ratio. So maybe they need to have these things in place so they could give you the more time or make sure they have a sure, secured, lock and key case.
Yes. Even let's talk about the prison systems, right? Because snitching and telling.
It was so bad it's even in the prison system.
Yes, no joke.
So now you go to jail, you don't really go to jail.
Even if you're snitching in prison or locked up, I mean, that's no joke. You understand? They take that seriously almost as being in the street and you're doing it. Or even worse, because you're more in close quarters and you're more around those people. So, and they can't really wait until they get you. But let's talk about more like the prison systems and how they deal with snitching and telling.
Well, I mean, we can't really elaborate on that no more because there's so much snitching going on and it's at a high, all-time high. A motherfucker go to jail and a nigga, nothing happens to him, and then they snitching in jail. It's rare that you hear somebody that was a snitch on informant went to jail now. And if they, and something, you know what's sad? Let me get that right. Let me correct myself. They do go to jail. They do go to jail. Yeah. Some of these dumb motherfuckers still go to jail and still get, because now you have some people that how would I say, they call themselves informing, but basically not informing. They say, well, Twin was with me at the crime. So basically they put you there.
Of course, that's snitching.
But they don't consider that informing.
We call
that is informing.
That's informing.
So a lot of people have that on their paperwork too.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, so-and-so know he was there. But then claim he told on him. They implicated him.
Yes.
They
To me,
implicated
that's
him.
dry snitching to a degree.
Yeah, but no, that's snitching.
We call that
snitching. We
we
ain't
call
gotta-
that dry
let's-
where you
no.
try to
See, we sugarcoating this shit. All this is a form of snitching. You know, you say you're dry snitching, whatever it is. All this is telling.
Nah, no doubt. It's all in the same category.
It gets a response from it.
Nah, no
It gets
doubt.
a reaction.
No doubt, but there's a difference between dry snitching and you on the stands telling every nook and cranny about what happened.
Why? Because you do dry snitch.
And
See,
implementing other people that had nothing to
You
do
know-
with those crimes.
But see, let me explain something to you.
Yeah.
The federal guidelines and stipulations in law say that you have to tell unknown and known. Everything that you do know and everything that they know, you have to tell. And everything that they don't know, you still have to tell.
And that's the thing because
Hold on,
yeah.
they'll pull it off the table. They'll pull off your plead and everything off the table.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to tell it all. If they find out that you're lying about anything, the deal is off the table. Right? And it's like this, right? And they clap their hands. Good clap. Good clap. Good clap, y'all. You did a good job. You're supposed to tell on the criminals in your neighborhood. You're supposed to snitch on them.
But you ain't
Good
supposed
job.
to tell on them if you're one of them.
I'm saying that's what they
You're
that's
not
what they
supposed
tell
to
them.
if you're
Good
one
job.
of them. If you was one of them, motherfucker, you need to take your time. You did the crime. You enjoyed the fruits of the labor.
That's it.
You better stand up for it.
That's it.
You know what I mean? So I'm in this right there.
Yes.
And if you don't like what we said, you can comment. And if you do like what we said, you can comment. You know what I mean? Voice. Let us hear your voice.
Subscribe.
You heard? I'm Alley Cat.
I'm Twin. This
We
the
the culture,
culture.
and I'm out on you fucking snitch.